Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Multiplying Good Board of Selectors member and the co-host of CBS This Morning, the incomparable Norah O'Donnell.
Good evening, everybody. What we know is that the heart of Multiplying Good is working with young people and giving them the confidence in their ability to make a difference and to acquire the skills to make a difference. In 2018, the organization partnered with the Edward Kennedy Institute and their Seat at the Table project. Seat at the Table. Well, the project is designed around Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm's famous quote. Do you know that quote? If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. For those who don't know, Shirley Chisholm was the first Black woman elected to Congress in 1968. The project's intention is to bring diverse perspectives to the table and for people to step up and make their voices heard. Tonight, we're going to bring up two young people to bring their folding chairs to the stage so we can hear their voices tonight. So please welcome Kucuk and Anthony Bello, both seniors at Bergen Arts and Science Charter School. All right, Edja, we'll start with you. Tell us how you got involved with Students in Action.
I grew up in a very impoverished community. I grew up in Paterson, New Jersey. For any of you who know, Paterson is great, but it's not exactly the best place to grow up. My mother raised me and my sister on her own, and it was from her that I learned what it meant to be a good person and to give back to my community. And she's the reason that I joined Students in Action, because she taught me what it meant to be good.
And Anthony, why did you get involved in Students in Action?
The reason why I got involved with Students in Action is because I was very timid and very shy my freshman year when I first started this awesome and amazing program. And ever since then, I just adopted this beautiful and heartwarming and wholesome love towards this program. And I think that's one of the main driving forces, and definitely devoting yourself to service and putting people definitely above yourself.
So Edja and Anthony tell me they were actually enemies at school.
Yes.
I said, really? Enemies?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Completely polarized.
To the point where we would have screaming matches in the hallways about politics and about taxes, and we would have teachers holding us back so we didn't kill each other. Yeah, we really did not like each other.
She's not kidding.
And now they are together leading Students in Action together as friends.
Thank you.
That's just part of the power of service. But I thought what was so interesting in talking to them earlier is, think about this. We start to gather based on interests. What if we gathered based on values? Shared values, which is what brought the two of you together. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we had a lot of opposing views, from things like flat tax to abortion to even the most simple subjects. But through leading Students in Action together, we realized that in the end of the day, we were both human beings. We both had opinions, yes, but we both hold the same values. We just wanted to make a difference in our communities. And through Students in Action, we saw that. We saw that it wasn't about screaming at each other what our opinions were, but about understanding each other's points of view.
Talk about one of the projects that you guys have started, Peer to Mentoring. It has helped you change the culture in your school. Anti-bullying, what else has it done?
So we noticed that there was a huge lack in our school. A lot of freshmen were getting bullied, and a lot of them were feeling belittled by the upperclassmen, which is something that often happens. And we wanted to change that sort of epidemic. So we decided to start this program, Peer Mentorship, that would pair up upperclassmen with incoming freshmen, and allow them to be mentors to them, to guide them through their first year. It allowed the upperclassmen to see what it meant to be in their position once again, and to be leaders. And it showed the freshmen that they had a place at the table. They had a chair, essentially.
Yeah.
And Anthony, how would you say that has changed your school?
It has definitely strengthen and build such a more warm school climate, and definitely enhance the school culture, which I think is something tremendous and something we're definitely very, very proud about.
And if you've been listening closely tonight, it's not only how service changes your community, but how it changes you. So how has it changed you?
Well, I'll speak first. I always knew I wanted to go into education. I mean, I knew. My mother's a teacher, so I was like, I'm going to be a teacher. I'm going to be something in education. But one of the biggest parts of education that a lot of people don't realize is it's a lot about classroom management. So how are you going to get these 20, 30 kids to sit down and listen to you and to take something from that lesson, you know? It's very hard.
I think they'd listen to Edja.
No, but to be honest, when I started out, I wasn't sure if I could do that. I wasn't sure if I could stand in front of a group of kids and say, you know, I know something and I can help you, and, you know, how can I help you? Tell me, how can I help you? And I wasn't sure I could impart that onto them. I wasn't sure I was qualified enough. But Students in Action, it taught me that it wasn't about whether or not I was qualified enough. It was about how much confidence I had in myself and how I could use that to benefit other people.
And Anthony, you talked about being shy. How has it changed you?
Sure. Ever since my freshman year, I've been very
Timid?
Yeah, very timid, but then over time, okay. But over time, I definitely adopted a strong sense of giving back to the community and a burning passion. And to me, in my opinion, I always believed in a life lived in the service of others is the only life worth living. And thank you. And one of the big overarching themes that me and actually believe in is we believe in a hand up, not a handout. That's something we're definitely firm believers in. And definitely not a quick Band-Aid fix. We definitely want to understand the real reasons why we're helping these people in the situation that they're in and things of that nature.
Well, you've proven that tonight. Our future leaders, please
Thank you.
give Anthony and Edja a round of applause.
Thank you so much.